Hi guys, welcome back to another Explain 12 video. We are today flying the IXEG B737, donning an Air New Zealand livery. We're going to continue where we ended up last time in Explain, in Queenstown. And we're going to fly from Queenstown to Christchurch. So a short hop, but a fun one. And I'm really looking forward to finally taking this 737 IXEG on a spin. I've had many crash issues and things that I haven't been able to fix, but I'm hoping now finally I'll get a flight away. So it's gonna be a bit of a rushed start here, because it managed to crash again when I did the first recording. So that was like 45 minutes of recording down the dustbin, but maybe in a positive, taking a positive take on it, it will shorten the video a bit. But let's see. Yeah, nothing specific in terms of doing the walk around. I usually like to start on the outside, just having a look. I think everything is looking pretty fine. It's a very beautiful livery there, New Zealand one. They used to fly these 737-300s back in the day. Not anymore though. But let's get back into the cockpit so we can get started. And I already did some of the things, putting on the external power, the battery, aligning the IRSS, windshield heat, fixing the altitudes for pressurization. I'm not sure it's needed though. We can put these fuel pumps on for once we start the APU. But now the main thing will be to get the IRS correctly set up and to get this the route set up. And it's not that easy of a route, unfortunately, so we need to... It's gonna take a bit of time to set it up. I'm just gonna use my normal call sign for the flight number now to speed things up. We're taking off from runway 23, the same one we landed at the last time. Let me see, I need to set up everything. Maybe not pilot to ADC though, because I have that. Yeah, we don't need any specific traffic. FKN. Let me see, which one is it? No, sorry, it's a Bapli. Is that the SID? Bapli? Let me have a look at the route. Departure 23 Bapli. And then after Bapli, let me see which one we're connecting with. Oh, it's saying FKQN. Ugh. Why are we getting different ones? It doesn't really matter which one we picked though. We'll do Bapli, that will be fine. But interesting. Okay, but then it won't be QN, right? And we'll rather go directly. Now I'm trying to see. Not Savla. Adikos maybe. No, not Adikos. Adloop. Timjo is the last point. There doesn't seem to be any. So it's going to Vapli. Then it should be Abdek. Let me see, maybe that's the one I need to put in. So 23 Vapli. Adikos, what does this give us in route? It doesn't give us the same one. Maybe I can change the departure SID on pilot ADC. Actually, maybe it was good that it all went a bit odd. Just because it's it gave us the wrong flight plan. Big time. Okay, now I can put the right one. 23 FKN QN. There we go with the route. Now we can populate it correctly. So, maybe not the end of the world, we have to restart this. Noticing mistakes were made in the planning. 787. Timio. It's a bit more than I would normally think in terms of the different airways, etc., but not as bad as it could be. Still a relatively short flight. There we go. And now arrival. And this one I should have, so it's gonna be ILS 20. It will be the DOP. Let me see which one we have. DOP F. We'll do the Odyssey. No, we'll not do the D29, so that gives us a better... Now we can activate that. The only thing I want to change is to not have this discrepancy. I will activate. So it still hasn't aligned. It will take some time.
We are ready to go when you are.
Boarding is completed with pack X. I did speed that up a bit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
Let's
aboard
also
flight
ask for...
737. Our flight time will be roughly
Or no,
2
wait.
hours.
What we can first of all do is the performance. We'll have to go index performance. 25,000 feet. Let's have a look. I guess technically our data could be old already for the flight plan. Ah, come on. How did I manage to click that one wrong? This is what happens when you're working under pressure. Your own pressure to finally get up in the sky. After having already butchered one, well, through a crash. And then I had some issues with the takeoff. So 2 actually. But hopefully now it should work. The first one actually hardware related. I couldn't get my FMC to work, the separate one, which is always annoying. Guess I want to have it working because I spent a lot of money on it. Too much money actually. I can't with good faith recommend getting an FMC separately unless you're gonna build a cockpit. Then definitely go for it. 'Cause that's awesome. He said dew point is 5 degrees. That's good. And one limitation, it gave us like a crazy low. Let me see, what did it say? It suggested a selection of 33 selected temp. Let's see if we do 40. 33 is actually quite low now that I think of it. It's not that bad, right? 40 would be much lower. Let's keep normal takeoff, climb 1. Yeah, this should be fine. Takeoff wise, we'll use flaps 5. The aircraft itself though is at 18.2 in terms of the weight, right? So we should have a trim of 4.6. I think we can already set that. There we go. And then we need to set the runway wind, which I'll just take from the sim. 208. We can actually take it from the 80s. That's more proper.
15 knots. Visibility 6 miles. 5,000 broken. 6,000 broken.
Okay, we need to wait a bit.
Dew point 6. Current
We can start
QNH is
debut while we wait.
1006. Arriving runway 05. Departing runway 23. Queenstown Airport automated weather observation 1000 local winds are 165 at 15 knots.
165.
Visibility 6 miles. 5,000 broken. 6,000 broken. Temperature 10. Dew point 6.
At 5
Current
knots.
QNH is
Okay.
1006. Arriving runway 05. Departing runway 23. Queenstown Airport automated weather observation 1000 local
decent.
winds are 165 at 15 knots. Visibility 6 miles.
15
broken.
knots.
6,000
Oh,
broken.
that was a bit
Temperature
higher.
10. Dew point 6. Current QNH is 1006. Arriving runway 05. Departing runway 23.
Okay,
Queenstown Airport.
let's remove that. So this will be very interesting. Just gonna make sure we get the right speed set. Okay, now we have the APU up and running. We can do the anti-collision. We need to set this correctly. These are off, APU on. Guess we can put on the galley. Let's ask for IFR clearance, and we can start disconnecting all of these things with the ground handling, etc. We'll also ask the passengers, or we do a public address actually. Let's not ask them anything.
We'll be departing soon, and we're aiming for a smooth flight. Thanks for flying, and we'll keep you informed of any changes that may happen.
Close all the doors. We can disconnect the ground power and the cargo doors. I really like this Air New Zealand livery. It's very clean, which I like. It's a bit old school as well. Okay, and let's see. The only thing I want to check, we can ask actually for clearance now. New Zealand 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance.
New Zealand 4003, this is Queenstown clearance on 121.9, or sorry, I can't handle
Oh, sorry,
that
no, I
request.
butchered that one. New Zealand 4003, ready to copy IFR clearance.
New Zealand 4003 is cleared to November Zulu Charlie Hotel climb via the ANPO 4 Bravo departure, then is filed. Expect departure runway 23. Climb to flight level 250 via the departure, Queenstown approach on 125.75. Squawk 3362.
New Zealand 4003 is cleared to November Zulu Charlie Hotel climb via the ANPO 4 Bravo departure, then is filed. Climb to flight level 250 via the departure, Queenstown approach on 125.75.
ANPO 4, it's giving us a different departure.
New Zealand 4003, read back correct. QNH is 1006, contact Queenstown traffic
I guess
tower
technically
on
we could do the
118.1
Timio
when
one.
ready for pushback. Good day.
Let me see how it looks in the...
QNH is 1006 tower on 118.1 New Zealand 4003.
Okay, this looks like a pretty reasonable departure actually. This might work. So basically change to this one, and then we'll come in nothing. So nothing strange, just a bit different. Okay, climb to flight level 250. Okay, we got directly the highest it could be. Such a weird system with getting this to go fast. 250, and what was the squawk? 3362. There we go. We'll put this on so I don't forget to do that. I'll put this to TARA, and let's ask for pushback clearance. New Zealand 4003, ready for pushback.
New Zealand 4003, pushback
And we
approved.
don't want to use...
Pushback approved New Zealand 4003.
Let me see. We don't want to use that, because that didn't work. I tried last time, we ended up somewhere here. So we'll do this one instead. I think that will work. Okay, but yeah, let's see. This IXEG is a really good airplane. I really like it when it works. It's this one and the Captain Sim that are kind of tied. I like both of them. This one might edge it out in terms of just how nice it looks. But the Captain Sim is, you know, it's basic in a sense, but it works. This one of course has more kind of the texture wise, all of that nice kind of things. So yeah, not something to discount, but oh yeah, that one works, the service interphone. Cool, cool. We'll wait with these. I think you're supposed to wait with them until you've started everything. Something with connecting this thing. Let me see. So position on, anti-collision on. Seat belt sign should definitely go on. And let's see if we need to do anything here on pre-flight. Doesn't look like it. Taxi runway, no, no.
280 knots or greater until 6,000, descend out of 6,000. Descend to 6,000, speed 280 or greater, down to 6, that's 504.
Okay, let's see. Do we need to do anything? Or maybe it's just basically confirming the push now, right? Not that one, we wanna confirm the...
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pens inserted. Go until the parking brake and we're ready to go.
Okay, parking brake released. Let's also set these ones correct. I'm not sure what the terrain was. I know this one will work with the weather radar. Let's hide these. We can start the engines though, so let's just do that so we save some time. Let's make sure we're zoomed in enough, which we do look to be. Let's make sure that one is also on the right setting. And we're above 15. Getting that engine started. Can you open this thing here? Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Can they now push us back correctly, or are they gonna mess this one up as well?
We hear you found a tucker here. Yeah, he needs a safe place to live. Well, New Zealand's wildlife is super important to us. We fly thousands of native birds to sanctuaries all over the country with our friends from the Department of Conservation. But Mr. T doesn't know how to fly. In that case, we're gonna need your help.
Okay, we'll just do it from here.
You ready?
Okay, let's start the left one as well.
Over to you guys. Thanks, Janie. Kia ora and welcome aboard this
And I think we need to start the weather radar here. It's tilted a bit upwards. It looks like really bad weather. So that's one of the reasons I wasn't actually going to fly this airport, but then I by mistake spawned in here and saw the weather and I was like, this must be very interesting. I did though think we would have a terrain radar. We might have, I'm just forgetting where it's located in that case. Let me Google that actually. IXEG terrain radar.
There's now over 400 taka here thanks to places like Tiri Matangi. It's a breeding sanctuary.
You might meet a Mrs. T.
Oh, there seems to be some terrain radar.
Your life jacket is within easy reach.
We've got life jackets for all sizes, even infants.
If we need to evacuate the aircraft, emergency escape path lighting will show you the way to the exit.
We can start the
What about
clock.
Sanctuary Mountain, Mongatotiri? Mr. T, where are you?
There's the terrain. Sorry guys. Finally I found it, so there's one.
Smoking is not allowed anywhere on
Whew,
this
this is
flight.
gonna be very interesting to fly.
Using and charging e-cigarettes is also prohibited.
Lightweight handheld electronic devices can be used at any time, but must be switched to flight mode first.
Stow larger items in the overhead locker or in a bag underneath the seat in front. If you lose your device in the seat, please call your flight attendant for help. For more information, have a look at the safety card in the seat pocket in front of you or ask your flight attendant. Janie, in New Zealand's here.
Okay,
Kia ora, Janie. We can't wait for Mr.
good.
T to meet us
Let's
next
ask
time.
for taxi.
I'll miss you too, Mr. T.
Air.
To all our
God,
passengers,
we need to do this
feathered
again.
and human, thanks for flying
New
Air
Zealand, that's my call sign.
Working together to
New
protect
Zealand
our beautiful
4003, ready to taxi.
So, where to next?
New
Oh no,
Zealand
now we got some
4003
weird taxi
ready to
clearance
taxi
again. I got this the last time here as well.
Charlie 5 Charlie Charlie 4 Charlie L5 46 hold short runways 1423.
Runway 23, taxi via Alpha 4, Bravo, Bravo 1, Charlie 5, Charlie, Charlie 4,
Oh,
Charlie,
awkward.
Alpha, Alpha 6, hold short runways 1
That was a bit awkward. Just left the engine throttling. No fuel. Awkward mistake. We can put the runway, and now since we're gonna be backtracking basically to the runway, we can just put everything on. There is no taxiways here. Now we should have all the lights on. We can put the strobe as well. That one. These ones. The pitot heats. You wanna move these down to auto, auto, off. Circulating the recirculation fan on. Then we wanna turn off the APU. Okay, good. New Zealand 4003 ready for takeoff.
New Zealand 4003 winds are 165 at 15 knots. Backtrack runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Shouldn't we be
Backtrack
able
runway
to...
23 then cleared for takeoff New Zealand 4003.
Can't we arm LNAV? Let me see. IXEG B737 arm LNAV.
Cabin is secure, ready for departure.
So heading and speed pitch mode. Interesting.
Try 476, runway 34 left, line up, and wait.
So heading and speed pitch mode, and then engage LNAV when airborne. Guess we'll wait with arming the takeoff or the auto throttle. Let's add some thrust. Let's see, we have the right flap setting. The only thing I'm pretty sure we don't have is the right brake setting. So let's try to get that set to rejected takeoff. And let's make our turn here. I really like the effects of this airplane as well. It's just amazing, this one. I really prefer it over Cibo. Even though technically I think Cibo is better, but if you can make that judgment, but I do prefer this one. It's just cooler in a way, and enough well implemented for me to enjoy it. Okay, so we'll arm the auto throttle.
Approaching 05.
And then N1 should be what we should press, right? But the question is, what will we get by pressing N1? So N1 limit is 87. So we should get up to 87 on the N1 value, which is the one on the top here. Auto brake disarm. Why? Disarm. What am I missing? We didn't do the proper checks with those fire things, but they do work. A lot of things I missed now when I was just trying to quickly go through, such as that one works as well. Oh, let's not end up in the gravel. Okay, we can do this, guys. Let's get to the end of it, turn around, and then let's see if we can get the auto throttle system to work. We need to have a lot of speed because this mesh is so, you know, it's such a, I would say, sloped runway. So I'm actually really interested in seeing how this is gonna go. As I said, I had already one botched takeoff, so let's hope this one works better. So first hardware failure, then a botched takeoff, and now third attempt. Hopefully we can get this done, because I really want to do this flight. I want to get up from this messy weather and see how it's looking on the outside of it or above it. Okay, let's get to the center of the runway. So I'm pretty sure it's N1 you press. And let me just see if we can get this to move a bit so I can get it on the center line. Just a bit more, just a tiny bit more. That should do it. Okay. Let's make sure we have everything set up correctly now so I don't end up in any mistakes. Trim, fine. flap 5, that's good. We have the V1 speeds, etc. set. We have the airport, the ILS for the airport we're going to get to here. There's really nothing else here, unfortunately, for us to use in terms of calculating anything, performance, etc. We can have a heading select set up so that it's aligned with our runway. And yeah, everything else looks correct. Galley, yeah, fine. Fine, APU off. Yeah, should be good. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna go up to around 70 because I really want to see if this N1 is working. Okay, there we go. I'll release the brakes. The N1 is accelerating to 87. Okay, let's see, airspeed is alive. We're still doing this very slowly. Okay, V1, rotate. Woo! We just did it! But that's enough for me. I am not gonna complain. Let's get the LNAV on. And we need to climb quite a bit. Okay, let's see. We'll climb at quite a high speed just so we can clear the hills. We'll follow the LNAV. Can we get the VNAV activated? Hell yeah. Good. So this is good news, guys. It was just me who messed it up. There was something weird when I was doing the last one. Because I went with the same N1, but it just wouldn't speed up, right? So at kind of like halfway through I noticed that the values were at like 80. Like crazy low. Okay, let's see now.
New Zealand 4003 contact Queenstown approach on 125.75.
Which was definitely my fault.
Approach on 125.75 New Zealand 4003.
Okay, let's see. It's looking pretty good. Or maybe climbing a bit too fast.
Approach New Zealand 4003 climbing to flight level 250.
New Zealand 4003 radar contact 4 nautical miles
We can
southwest.
turn some of the lights off. Actually wants us to maintain, well, maybe not maintain. I'm gonna need to use the trim a bit. Oh, look at that. Nasty weather. Nasty weather. But this is fun. This is how flying should be. A bit stressful. But not so you end up in the ditch.
New Zealand 4003, you are off course. Turn left to heading 020 to return course.
Heading 020 New Zealand 4003.
I'm not off course. The lies they are telling. Do we have everything set up
New Zealand
now?
4003, resume navigation.
Resume
damn.
navigation New Zealand 4003.
New Zealand 4003, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250 New Zealand 4003.
Okay, let's see. We haven't climbed enough yet. Because the VNAV is telling me not to climb. So is the VNAV in the wrong? Or am I in the wrong? Let me see. Can I change to level change?
New Zealand 4003, slow to 250 knots or less.
Wilco New Zealand 4003.
Not sure why I can't get the VNAV engaged now. Check altitude.
New Zealand 4003, expect the DOP.
Oh, goddamn! I know exactly what went wrong.
Transition for the ILS approach to runway
Oh
20.
no! Oh no!
290M transition at Christchurch International
That's
Airport.
not good.
Descend
I'm
across
actually
Doppy
gonna.
at or above flight level 130.
Yeah,
Then
this is
descend
not
via
really
the
good at
DOPK
all.
to Foxtrot arrival with the Doppy transition.
The problem is
across
that
the
I
290M at or above 3,500.
I totally messed up actually with the index.
At Christchurch International Airport.
Let me
Contact
put on the
New
autopilot.
Zealand Center, 129.3.
And let me put a
Expect the DOPK
reasonable
Foxtrot arrival with
climb
the Doppy
clearance.
transition for the
Or,
ILS
sorry,
approach to
reasonable
runway
vertical speed.
20 with the
Climb clearance.
D290M
My
transition
god.
will cross Doppy
The
at or
things
above
I
flight
say
level
when I'm
130,
stressed.
then
We
descend
wanna go
via the
index.
DOPK2 Foxtrot arrival with the Doppy transition to cross D290M at or above 3,500.
This goddamn plane. Let me see. Performance.
New Zealand.
Wilco New Zealand 4003. Center New Zealand 4003.
That's the problem. I never changed the altitude like the retard I am.
New
There
Zealand
we go.
4003, good day. QNH is 1006.
So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Really rookie mistake. It seemed reasonable though, because I think the
New
early
Zealand
ones
4003,
up until
you are off
Dugak
course. Turn right to heading 235 to return
were
course.
actually only to be around 4,000 feet, so we weren't actually doing anything wrong in terms of following, but of course we got higher climb clearances, so we should have followed
New
those.
Zealand 4003, expedite speed reduction to 250 knots.
Do we need to be at?
Wilco New Zealand 4003.
Shouldn't we be in climb mode? Well, we are in climb mode according to this one. Let me get those throttles back so we don't overspeed. And we should be climbing, so let's see if this VNav will get us climbing now. Yeah, we don't wanna do that. But we do wanna
New
climb.
Zealand 4003, expedite speed reduction to 250 knots.
So let me add some
Wilco
speed.
New Zealand 4003.
There's some weird bugs with this. Let's get that one rolling. Go back to the no clue why it wants such a high speed. It's 293, not yeah, we won't be able to use that unfortunately. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, manually. This is how they're meant to be flown. How they're meant to be flown, goddamn. Okay, now
New Zealand 4003,
we can hopefully get the speed.
resume navigation.
Okay, resume
Resume
navigation.
New Zealand 4003.
That can go off.
New
Flaps
Zealand
are
4003, expedite speed
0.
reduction to 250 knots.
Wilco New Zealand 4003.
Yeah, we can put those up. So we're above 10,000 feet. We could also go to standard. So yeah, some mistakes, mainly my own fault. Let's get this one back on something reasonable, like 280. Let's turn this one down a bit, so we can gain that speed. But look at this beauty. It flies amazingly. But I need to figure out this VNav. Of course I did a mistake at the beginning, so that could have screwed it up a bit. I doubt a real pilot would have done it. Or, yeah, who knows, maybe. Maybe someone has. Okay, we're climbing, still looking good. We're coming up to 25,000. Let's see, we don't need to be on terrain anymore. We have definitely cleared that. But what we need to check is what weather do we have in front of us, if any. Because it's been very shaky thus far. Yeah, look at this plane. Actually pretty nice how this plane doesn't seem to have any, but it could be because we're in between layers of clouds. That could maybe explain why we don't see the pixelation on the outside, right, that you usually see on the planes. Let's already start thinking about the ILS. We don't have that much time, so might as well prepare ourselves. So the localizer ILS is 1099, and we have it, where do we have it actually? $1 million question. It should be here somewhere. The nav, there's the nav, sorry. Me missing the obvious placement of it. So 199. Let's see if we can change it. Yeah, we can. Very good. We're still climbing. Oh my god, this weather is absolute trash. Let's get that weather radar going. Ah, the terrain on the other one is also still off. So either we're flying through the worst weather ever, or there's really no bad weather and we're just seeing things. But it does feel quite awful. I would not be happy as a passenger flying through this. Okay, let's increase our ascent rate. Yeah, we have most things on. Maybe we can put the logo lights on, just to make sure someone sees us. It's almost like it's night. Technically, should we have actually the anti-ice systems on? I mean, we're flying through clouds, there's rain, it's pretty cold, it's getting colder the higher we go. I didn't see any warnings of icing though in the... But let me check. They had no icing warnings in the weather, so we should be fine. But yeah, I don't have more information than that. And we still haven't gotten out of the clouds. Jesus Christ. I really want to see how they look now. Hopefully we can get past them. Or above them. We can also put in our approach. We don't have any more information. 196, is that what we want to have? 116? We're coming in for runway 20, right? This is the wrong one. This is the one we want. 110.3. Yeah, okay.
New Zealand 4003 resume navigation.
Resume navigation New Zealand
110.3.
4003.
And now we're starting to get somewhere. The clouds are disappearing in 196 as course. If this is gonna be the weather, we might want to consider if we should do auto land. Because I can do those. Let's try VNav now. See if we get it functioning. Okay, 196 on this one. What's it trying to do now? Get us climbing, buffoon. This damn plane won't just obey. Okay, so we're still not gonna clear the weather. God damn, we are looking at a crazy... Yeah, this is some crazy ass weather. At least we're in between the layers. Let's have a look if we really push it out. Yeah, it looks fine. Are we now gonna start climbing? Now it looks like we're climbing, finally. Yes, yes. Yeah, get up, get up. Okay, we have a bit of ways to go still. But everything should be set apart from the secondary. But now we have both navs set in case of an auto land. Do we have any nice viewpoints? Well, some of these are pretty nice, not gonna lie. They really modeled the cabin well. I will give them that. Hard to know which one we should put this on. So many good ones. I'll go with the safe bet, I think this one. So then you can see what's happening. I'll be right back. Okay, the captain is back. It's not a lot left of this trip. Let's change our viewpoint to our normal one. We're once again in the clouds. Shit weather, but nothing is red, so then everything is fine. By definition, right? Let me see. Oh, I happen to have two instances of my recording open. One wasn't recording though, so that's good at least. But yeah, this is a bit sucky. I really thought we would see some of the nice viewpoints from the other side, but we are not seeing that. So let's check what Christchurch is saying. We have crazy winds, good visibility with light rain, clouds broken at 1,000 feet. Now what does that tell me in terms of what we need to know? In terms of the minimums, we are looking at 293. So we should put that in. Okay, that one is not supposed to be moved. But we can move this one. And get this one set to 9. Let's zoom out. 293. Oh, I guess we should have this one also at 293. And let me show you the windy map mode. So not looking that good. Icing wise, not really anything though. You can see though here in Finland. I need to use this icing, that was pretty good. This shows severity and stuff. 33%. I need to learn how to read the icing once. But yeah, look at the weather radar, right? There's some shitty weather here. Some thunderstorms as well. Yeah, so quite a bit of a mix in terms of the weather. Can't see anything anyway. That's not the best. We have about 145 nautical miles to go. What's the top of descent in 50 nautical miles? Which makes sense, I would say. And how are our dear passengers doing? Must be feeling a bit seasick, flying through this weather. Anything you can do in the cabin? Since we do have a bit of time before we need to... I should actually brief the missed approach one, but that's... we can leave that for another day. Hey, I could open that, but I guess because I can't lock it, right? So it doesn't matter then. We have a cup, so that's good. Crew handle must be in down position. How do I... Okay, on, off. Can we see anything? Work light off. Area light. Okay, water is hot. Can we brew? Will that do anything? This is a weird... like it's showing the inside of the... Yeah, I'm never gonna understand how... what the reflection of that one is. Water is hot. Place copper back, seam down in brew cup. Ready to get something. Got it. Can't you just brew? Don't we have all the stuff in here already? We have water is hot. Or do we need to get something for it? God, they made this complicated. Funny though. Maybe I can Google it. IXEG coffee. Not getting any info. Okay, water is hot. On and off. Okay, so we want to put it on. Hot plate is on. Water is hot. Yeah, okay, no clue with that. We'll go back to the cabin, or to the cockpit. We'll leave the cabin. Let's sit down and have a look at if we can see anything in terms of weather. Nothing new. We have a crazy headwind, so that's slowing us down a bit at least. We are gonna go for try to think, is it worth going for an outland? We can go pretty low with just following the ILS, so we might not even have to go for an outland. But it will be wet, so we gotta slam it down, so we don't get any kind of this water effect, right? Start skidding down the runway. Fuel is looking fine. Elsewhere it's looking fine. Don't think we actually need these. We might not be in that type of weather apparently. I guess we'll get a warning if we start totally messing up. We're not going that fast though, around 700. Oh, that's a lot of shaking, a lot of shaking. I even brought down the turbulence levels. But yeah, a bit of a bummer not being able to see anything. The whole point of seeing some of the photoreal. I mean, 300 gigabytes of it. That's why I wanted to fly New Zealand. But at least I have an option now to fly with this one. I have this one, and I'm gonna check if I have the TOLIS in the Air New Zealand, because I don't think there's too many other ones. Let me see. New Zealand Airlines. Basically a lot of these tinier ones. You have Chathams, but it's basically just ATR and Saab. Barrier is DH6, basically just really tiny aircraft. Golden Bay Air, tiny aircraft. Originair, maybe a bit bigger. No, that's the British Jetstreams. But hey, I think, I mean, don't I have that, the 32? What livers do I have? Do I have Originair? Let's see if we can get it. Yes! Here we go. Originair for a BAE J Roll-On. That means we can fly some turboprop. I really need to learn how to utilize that plane though. Let's move that into the right folder, and then Let's continue our search. Sounds air. That's Cessna Caravan. Have we gotten any sort of indication on descent? It's basically saying we're going to be staying quite high. Well, we can't descend before we've got a descent clearance, that's for sure. Sun Air. Nothing interesting. Cessnas, Piper, Aztec. So basically Air New Zealand. Air New Zealand has a very large ATR fleet, which we don't have in X-Plane and P3D. We have a decent 500 version, which is not the one that they have. They have the 600. Oh, but they acquired Mount Cook's fleet. But that was a subsidiary. They also have this 737-300 ER. They will be replaced though. And then they have the 787. That's a bit of a boring lineup. They have the Havilland -8 300. That must count for something. Let me have a look if I have any liveries for that one. Doesn't look like it. Let me see. Air New Zealand. Let me see here. Which one is this? Livery. That wasn't a good one. FlyXB has one. I want one for the Q300. Here we go. Mankey. Air New Zealand. So that's great actually. Now we can fly with that one as well here. With the 300 version at least. Totally forgot about that aircraft actually. So it's pretty good, the Mankey one. For being a freeware one, right? That's the main disclaimer to put out there. Okay, we're now past our top of descent. Still haven't gotten anything. How low does it want us to go? Still quite a bit. I mean, it's only 82 nautical miles. Let me ask to descend. New Zealand 4003. Request flight level 100.
New Zealand 4003
There
negative.
we go.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Let's go to
Descend
B
and
now.
maintain 11,000 feet, New Zealand 4003.
Okay, 11,000. Good. So that's good. At least you can have an open communication. Hey, look, we're getting below it again. We should probably have just maintained 23,000 or something. That would have been the smarter way, the real way to do it. Let's go on the legs page. We can maintain the legs page. I think 131 should be fine. Looking a bit weird. It always gets a bit funky with how it looks when it's like this kind of coverage of everything. I mean, this is supposed to be, I guess, mist or something, but it just looks kind of grey-ish with a weird mix of white. So X-Plane's getting there in terms of clouds. I can see why they still want to update that. But yeah, let's see. We're still descending. Well, we're kind of aligned with where we're supposed to be actually, so that's good. I do wonder about though the altimeter at our destination. Let me check now if we have this one aligning correctly. So we're gonna ping pong a bit, that's the thing. We're basically gonna ping pong, but this should work. I think this should work. I hope it should work. Did I get a good picture? I mean, it's hard to take one now. This one looks pretty nice, I think. Good enough for a thumbnail. But yeah, I was actually gonna, I don't know why I stopped checking that. Let me see, we can close this one. We don't need to look at Windy, even though Windy could give us some good information on. Well, we can close that anyway, actually. And let me see, Air New Zealand. We want to just check their historical fleet, actually. There we go. Because they have the Neo, so we do want to get that. Actually, let's see. Tolis A320 Neo, New Air New Zealand. Found one almost directly. A white one. Doesn't seem to be that popular though. Here was a newer one with the Ultra 8K. Wow, that looks amazing. Let's get that one. We don't need the 4K one. 8K is gonna do enough. Okay, so we get the 8K one. And this was not the black one, this was the white one, and then we have the all blacks one. Which looks pretty cool, right? Crazy about rugby? Yeah, are we? Not really, but well, let's get it.
New Zealand 4003, you are 25 nautical miles southwest of the airport.
Oh, here's a cool one.
QNH
Tolis
1001 cleared direct D290M,
Lord
then
of the
cleared for
Rings.
the ILS
Yes.
approach to runway 20 with the
Middle
D290M
Earth.
transition
Hell yeah.
at Christchurch International Airport Contact Bay approach on 123.6.
What did we get?
QNH is 1001 cleared direct D290M, then cleared for the ILS approach to runway 20 with the D290M transition at Christchurch International Airport approach on 123.6 New Zealand 4003.
Okay, if being cleared for the approach, I think we're quite fine going pretty low. 2000.
11,000 feet.
New Zealand 4003, good day.
2000 should be fine. Okay, so 2000 feet, we're aiming for that. Let's zoom in a bit. How are we looking? Prog page, should be this one, right? Fine. We have a VNAV page, descent page. We have a restriction on this defend economic speed restriction. So if we're being technical, it should be 240 at. Okay, that's never gonna work. We can't have that. That's a crazy speed restriction. Well, we know that speed unable cruising altitude. Not sure if that made any difference. Why would we want to or even need to do that pirouette? I want to know now. So we are doing ferns. Let me zoom in a bit more. We're doing, sorry, not ferns, we're doing fern. There we go. Airvax 290M, 329, 344, 335. We shouldn't need to make a pirouette, but let's pay a bit of attention to that. Okay, we're descending to 10,000.
New Zealand 4003
Let's get the
expedites
lights
speed reduction to
started.
250 knots.
Wilco New Zealand
And we need a speed reduction. And I'm gonna help with adding a bit of speed brake to the flight detent. Let's have a look if we can see the speed brake being applied, which we can. Let's zoom in a bit more. Now we should go down to 210 knots. Oh, that's cool. If you want the flashlight, very nice. Doesn't seem like these are working. That's a bit of a bummer. See, a lot of planes in X-Plane have that working, but not the end of the world. I don't usually do failure scenarios anyway, right? I'm too bad at flying anyway. Hell, we barely survived those mountains when we were coming out of the Queenstown. You should have seen the video I was gonna do before. Everything was like perfect, and then the takeoff roll where I failed with not noticing that the N1 values were totally off, even though I pressed N1. That one was hilarious in a bad way. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, not good. Can we skip maybe one here in the middle? It just feels unnecessary to go to the 2.9 and then 4.4. Maybe we can just skip. Let's erase. I'm a bit hesitant. Okay, let's see. We're turning still. We're still above the... But it is raining. So we might want to actually put on the wipers. But I haven't seen anything on the windscreens. Maybe we're going a bit too fast for that to really show itself. They look much more sporty, the Boeings, compared to the Airbuses. I'll give them that. Okay, let's see. Let's zoom in. Okay, are we going straight now? Okay, we or no, or did we bypass? We want to get down to 2,000 feet. We are descending, albeit slowly. Unable cruise altitude. Oh yeah, not with this data that we have. At least we are descending. Albeit with a very high altitude. Let's go to flaps 1. I want to see if we can get the pitch down. Okay, now we're seeing some of this rain effects. Can I just do a direct instead? Let's do it like that. That just feels silly to have to go around. Okay, let's see. We'll go flap 0 again. For some reason it decided to speed up like crazy. No. So tired of this aircraft now. This VNAV is really acting up like a crazy. I don't even know what. Just crazy. Let's do 9. Let's do 1000 just to make sure we get down. Okay, we're losing speed. That's good. Quick enough. Not sure. We're quite a bit high. What's it trying to do? What's this aircraft? Let me descend. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Maybe it was blocking because of the flaps. I don't know. Now I'm basically playing the guessing game. This will be super tight actually. Now I know why it wanted to do that little twirl. So we're basically not gonna get down in time because of this VNAV. I should have caught it much earlier. As you can see, we're way above the glide slope. Yeah, the VNAV has not been the best today. Now I really want to try the Captain Sim 1, see if we have similar issues. So FY20 is where we should be at 2000, we're at 5. Activate the approach, see what it says. Let's drop the gears and really punch the vertical speed. Go to flap 2. I'll take over the autopilot. No, sorry, not the autopilot, the auto throttle.
1001 at Christchurch International Airport. Contact Christchurch Tower on 118.4.
Let's go to flaps 5.
QNH is 1001 tower on 118.4 New Zealand 4003.
And flaps 10. Let's see if we can really kind of dive bomb this one.
Tower New Zealand 4003 inbound for ILS approach runway 20.
We'll be close.
New Zealand 4003, good day. Continue ILS to runway 20.
The speed is increasing a bit though.
Continue ILS runway 20 will call when established on final New Zealand.
There we go. Glide slope. We were able to dive bomb it. Let's see if we can descend a bit more. New Zealand 4003 established on final. Okay, that's good.
New Zealand 4003 winds are 176 at 15 knots.
Let's
Clear
take control of this bird.
Clear to land runway
Wait, let me
20
just
New
make
Zealand
sure we get
4003.
okay. That's fine. I wanted to disengage it. It was all part of the master plan. Okay. Let's try to not drop too much. don't know why we had such a high. I'm gonna try to trim this one a bit. See if that can help us get back on the glide slope. Let's put on the lights. Yeah, I know we're way below it. At least we can see our surroundings, so we should be fine. And the runway. And let's see. Now we're basically not descending anymore, which is fine. As I want to get back on the glide slope. And gonna throttle down a bit. 2-0, that's the correct one. So yeah, not my best flight this one, but fun one nevertheless. It's always fun when it goes a bit wrong, to be honest. Okay, now we're once again descending way too fast. Let's try to maintain for a while now. I guess the thing is that we're probably getting like... Oh, look at the weather though. My god, yellow and... Yeah, that's not the best. Okay, now we should be getting back on the glide, but now we're pitching down too much. It's a bit fickly, this one. Can't even see where the... But I'm gonna assume... Yeah, I know. Let's maintain a relatively high thrust setting. 200. Yeah, we can see that. I'm just wondering where I need to crab. that's the main. I'm not sure because I can't see where the wind is coming from. Okay, maybe that should be fine. Whew. Bad approach, awful approach, not gonna lie. There was nothing good with that approach, nothing I'm happy about. I didn't even put the braking. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Oh. Yeah, gee, I wonder why we had such a problem with the speed. That was a landing with speed brakes out together with flaps. That's... Oh my god, that's like rookie mistake 101. It worked though, but... That does explain why it's awful to control at the end. My god.
Contact Christchurch ground on 121.9.
Yeah.
Ground on 121.9
Not the best. And look at that change in the effect. This would be fun to watch in a replay. Okay, well that explains the awful approach. My god. I'm only gonna upload this because I got this far and we still landed and we're all alive, but yeah. Not the best. Not the best. My god. Speed brakes out. Oh well, let's see. God, now I'm butchering the taxi in as well. Let's use the speed brakes here to stop us. Yeah. There we go. Forgot of course to turn on the APU. So let's do that. Should have closed all these lights as well. It's a fun aircraft to fly, a bit with the VNAV, probably, you know, also considering how the weather was, could be explained probably by that. But yeah, was a tad bit difficult. Now we have the APU buses, so that's good. Can get that set up. We can shut the engines. Oh, look at that, we're getting some fuel. We need that fuel. Let's ask for seatbelt signs off. Hopefully that will work. If not, at least we tried. And what we gotta do now is close everything. Taxiing in. Come on. Come on. Slow. Is it because the engines haven't shut down yet? Why won't they just die? Well, they are. But slowly. 169. Yeah, that was a smooth landing with never gonna get over there. I forgot the flaps out. Oh, sorry, the slats out. No, not slats. The speed brakes out. My god. Getting all of them wrong. Can I see it in the replay though? I can't. No, I sure can. Look at that. We can't see that the flaps are down. Was that because they weren't down? No, they were down. They're coming down because of the replay way the system works. It just takes a bit of time. Let's have a look. At least it was smooth. The funny part was I was wondering, I need to get the speed brakes deployed, right? Well, I most definitely did not. They were already deployed. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, is the windshield wipers not working in? Maybe not in the replay. Oh well, hopefully you enjoyed this video, even though a lot of mistakes and stuff, you know, those are good for learning experiences. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, let's see what I'll fly next time. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye bye.